If walking were a pill, it would be the most impactful pill we've ever had.
The risk for obesity declined by 31% when steps were increased to 10,000 per day.
It is surprisingly difficult to get 10,000 steps.
Walking.
Now, you probably heard of the common fitness advice that you should be aiming for 10,000 steps a day. And while that's decent advice, it's also outdated. Japanese researchers have found a specific walking technique that will give you twice the results in half the time. It's called interval walking training, or IWT for short, and practically no one's talking about it. And I've tried it, and I'll be honest, it's completely rewired the way I think about walking forever. Now, before you dismiss this as just another walking trend, let me show you what the science says and what happened when I started doing it. This isn't a gimmick, it's actually research-backed, it's ridiculously simple, and it might be the most effective walking workout you'll ever try. So let me break it down. Unfortunately, we're living in an age where people have become so sedentary that walking is considered to be a workout. In fact, when you talk to most people, they will consider walking to be equal to exercise. But the inherent problem with walking is the fact that the body quickly adapts to the stimulus that you place upon it. It's the law of diminishing returns. So the same benefit you get from 10,000 steps starts to diminish as your gait becomes more efficient, your cardiovascular system starts to adapt, and if you start to lose weight, you will actually start to feel less benefits from doing the same steps because your body just doesn't have to work as hard. And the IWT changes everything. So briefly, here's how to do it. First, you start by walking normally for 3 minutes, then you walk fast like you're late for a flight for another 3 minutes. You repeat that for 5 rounds and it's 30 minutes total. No weights, no equipment, no apps, just your legs, a watch, and maybe some wild arm swinging.
Get the hips involved.
Now, when I first tried IWT, I wasn't expecting much. I mean, it's walking, right? How hard could it actually be? But after just a few sessions, I was pretty hooked. The first thing that stood out is you control the intensity. So during those fast walking intervals, you're not chasing someone else's pace. You're pushing yourself to your own limit, and then that's where the magic happens. So as your body adapts, you simply raise the bar. Faster steps, longer strides, shorter recovery. It's basically progressive overload, but for walking. No matter what your fitness level, body weight, or conditioning, IWT meets you where you're at and then pushes you just beyond it. Now, when it comes to intensity, this isn't some brutal HIIT training workout that's going to leave you sprawled on the floor, gasping for air, but do not mistake that for easy. During these brisk intervals, your heart rate climbs, your breath quickens, and you start to feel that slight but addictive rush. This is where your endorphins kick in, your mood lifts, and your brain starts to wake up. It's kind of like your body's saying, oh shit, we're actually doing something here. Basically, this is interval training, but for walking. It gives you low impact and high return. And I'm not just talking nonsense. So here's what Japanese researchers have found when they studied over 700 adults doing IWT. Compared to regular walking, their participants had a 4 times improvement in blood pressure, a 40% reduction in stroke risk, which is wild. They found noticeable improvements in their mood after a few weeks. They had stronger immune systems. And to top it all off, they had a 12% boost in sleep quality. And this part blew me away. Many of the people who did IWT actually enjoyed it more than traditional workouts. So while the advice of focusing on 10K steps focuses on quantity, IWT focuses on quality. Now, at this point, you may be wondering, is IWT for you? And the short answer is that IWT is for almost everyone. First off, it's great for beginners and non-gym people, so if you hate the gym, it's perfect. IWT requires no equipment, no special shoes, no feelings of awkwardness when you go inside the gym and feeling like everyone's staring at you. If you can walk, you can do this. It's also great for older adults. So the Japanese studies showed older adults using IWT seeing huge wins in the benefits that I just listed. It's one of the safest ways to age gracefully. Next is going to be people who have 20 or more pounds to lose on their bodies. I would never recommend an overweight person to run long distances because for every pound someone is overweight, it adds 4 pounds of pressure to their knees and 6 pounds to their hips. IWT provides a safer way to get cardio without ruining your joints. Next is going to be anyone who wants to manage your blood sugar. So research shows that the IWT is impeccable at blood glucose control. So if you are chasing metabolic health, this is a great way to do it. And the last one is going to be daily walkers who feel that they've hit a plateau. So as I said before, when your body walks enough times, it starts to adapt. So if you feel stuck, IWT adds just enough challenge to break through. It upgrades your daily walk from being meh to meaningful. Now, if you want to try this out the right way, here's exactly how I would implement it. So if you're just beginning at this, use the original instructions, which is going to be warming up for 3 to 5 minutes with an easy stroll, and then to start the intervals, which is going to be a 3-minute at an easy pace and 3 minutes at a brisk pace. Repeat this for 5 times for 30 minutes total, and you can also do an optional cool down with about 3 to 5 minutes of relaxed walking. Now, to determine how fast you're going, use the talk test. You should be able to speak in full sentences while doing intervals, but you shouldn't be able to sing opera. Now, here's where it gets interesting. Once you've done these for a few times and your body starts to adapt, try these out. You can walk hills for the fast intervals. You can wear a weighted vest or a backpack while you're walking. You can even extend your session to 40 to 45 minutes, or you can add an extra 1 to 2 intervals. Now, I tried the weighted vest version on my recent hike and my quads were burning, but I felt incredible for the rest of the day. And overall, I'm a huge fan of IWT. It's science-backed, it's joint-friendly, it's time-efficient, and it actually makes you feel good right after you do it. Most importantly, it works. So if you've been frustrated by stagnant progress, low energy, stubborn belly fat, or you want to make your walks a little bit more zesty, this might be the lowest effort, highest return solution you'll ever find. And by the way, we have a free guide on the exact walking protocol that we give our clients, including fat loss tips, timings, and progressions. If you want that, drop the word walk in comments and I'll send it to you. And thanks for watching. See you on the next video.